Hello everyone, it's Jessica and I'm back with another process video for you for the ThermOWeb design team, and today I'm showing you my layout for the Sparkler week, and I am using this gorgeous Glitz Glitter Gel. And you guys, I seriously cannot stress enough how absolutely stunning this Glitz Gel is in person. This was my first time using it and I was just absolutely amazed at how sparkly and beautiful it is and how much it actually pops up off your page. I was surprised at how dimensional it was. So what I've done here is I'm just smoothing it on my stencil in just some random spots here, kind of trying to focus on the middle of my page. And I've started with the blue first, and then I'm going to move over to the red and the white color. So what I've done is I've just, like I said, smoothed it over my stencil here. This is a stencil from scrapbook.com, and it's just a fireworks stencil because we're doing Sparkler Week, so I have to do a pretty sparkling and fireworks. I thought it would just be a perfect layout to do a 4th of July themed layout, so that's exactly what I'm using. I'm using some older photos from 2020, actually, whenever my second child was just a little guy. He was pretty fresh at that point, just a few months old, so he was really small, but I was holding him and he fell asleep during the fireworks, so you'll see a picture of him pop in on this layout here in a bit. But I am kind of waiting a little bit for some of these to dry in between, but it's funny because I was sitting here waiting for them to dry and realized that it was all dry. So it's not like the Duo or the Blanco gel that takes about an hour to dry. These literally probably air dry in about 15 minutes. I don't have real super high humidity where I am in Pennsylvania, but it was kind of a warmer day here, and I didn't have the AC on or anything, so it just dried fairly quickly for me. So I was just sitting here waiting, and then I touched one and thought, oh, well, it's dry. I guess I can move along now. So I didn't use a heat tool or anything. I just let them air dry, and it was fairly quick for me. So there you can see that gorgeous white too. Absolutely love it. It's kind of see-through, but it dries pretty white, and it's just absolutely amazing. So here I'm just watering down a little bit of white acrylic paint and just doing some splatters just to give it some added effect and add a little bit more grunge to my layout, because everyone knows that I like a little grunge to my layouts. So I'm just adding that in, cleaning my glass mat off. And then here's my photos coming in now. I have a couple fireworks photos, and then that photo of me holding my son, who was only just a few months old, and he fell asleep. I could not believe he fell asleep during fireworks, but he was tired. It was a big day for us. We had a picnic that day, and he was just so tired at the end of the night, so he couldn't stay awake for the fireworks, and that's okay. So I am pairing this layout with some paper from Fancy Pants Designs. So I'm using their, I think it's one of their summer collections. Let me see here what it's called. Yeah, Simply Summer is what it's called. So I've just pulled out the small 6x8 paper pad, and then one of the larger papers as well for this one. So I just put a little border around my whole edge of the page, and then I'm going to kind of put some notches in the page, if that makes sense, and kind of let that border paper peek through in some certain areas. So I've backed my photos again with one of the pattern papers after I backed them with some smooth white cardstock, and then I'm just distressing these edges. So it's just going to give my photos just a little bit extra texture, and I'm just going to layer them down the middle kind of like that. So that's pretty much where they're going to sit. I'm going to use the Easy Tear tape to adhere them down to my page. It's super sticky, super sticky. And I also used my tape runner as well to adhere them to the white. I like to use that Easy Tear tape to adhere them to the page because I feel like it sticks a lot better. I mean, the tape runner works good, but I feel like whenever I'm adhering it to the page, I really don't want that to move anywhere at all. So I feel like it does hold up a little bit better with all those heavy layers, and it just tends to stick a little bit better on top of those glitz gels. So here you can see those notches that I'm talking about. I just cut a few of those little slits in my paper in a few areas, and I'm just bending and folding them back to kind of create little tab areas. And then I'm going to let some paper peek through. I'm going to use a couple little pieces of that same paper that I used to map my photos. And then I'm actually just going to do that in 2 spots. And then I'm going to let the background piece show through on the other areas. So I'll have a couple different patterns there, just to break up the black just a little bit. But I absolutely love how these glitz gels appear on this black paper. It's absolutely beautiful and stunning in person. And this photo or this video does not do it justice at all. It's just so pretty in person. It's so sparkly. So I'm just using my tiny attacher by Tim Holtz just to staple the edges there so that they fold back very good and they stay in place. And I had to reload it because I was out of staples. So here you can see I'm just using more of that easy tear tape just to adhere that back piece down to my border. And sometimes it is hard to peel up the edge, but I find if you smooth your finger over the edges of this tape, then it makes it a lot easier to peel that up. So you just kind of have to stick it down and make sure those edges are adhered really good, and then the top piece comes off really easy. So there you can see I've matted that down on the border piece. You can see the little pieces peeking through. And then I'm just gonna start working on my title. And I'm gonna use the Bella Florence Alphas for that. They're some of my favorites. My title is gonna be Red, White, and Boom. So I'm just gonna place that down, and then I'm basically just gonna finish embellishing this. I'm gonna pull out, you'll see in a minute here, some of my stamps from our previous collaboration with Pink Posh. I'm gonna pull out some Fireworks stamps from them, and then some bling as well from them. So I'm just gonna add it in the middle, and then just add a few little bits and pieces, and that's gonna pretty much finish this up. So I'll pop some music in here for you to listen to while you watch me finish this up, and then I will drop in at the end with the finished product. So here is my finished layout. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this video. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I'll link everything below for you that I've used today. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.